You're listening to Radio Podcast.
Radio Podcast. Radio Podcast.
21st Century Entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship.
Sigrid is a marketing specialist and 3 times best-selling author. Sigrid's clients describe her as an expert able to apply her vast knowledge of marketing and business to ignite new ideas and strategies. She knows what works and is a brilliant marketing coach who has the ability to quickly identify the key issue to focus on for the greatest results in your business. Friendly, with high level of integrity, and I will add open, flexible, direct and very fast and efficient. Sigrid, hi. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Martin. It's really great. It's a pleasure to be here. Sigrid de Kaste here. My business is Stickybeak Marketing. I've got a background in marketing right back from when I first started going into the workforce. I trained as a photographer, so I like visual. I'm in the art sphere, but I went straight into being a photographer for advertising and PR, and I really loved that combination of the art part and the creation of outcomes in that field, of bringing forward for businesses an outcome that's combining marketing and the visual, the creative, and also the research part that goes into that. So that's been my starting part, and I have moved forward from there. Formally studied into marketing, studied it formally, and I experienced being in business myself in an industry I had no idea about. I purchased a jewelry business with my husband. So I knew marketing, but I didn't know anything about jewelry. And it was really interesting. It took me 6 months to really get into the products. But the marketing is what drove it for me. Built that business, and I had the specific purpose in mind to build the business to sell it, which I did. And it worked really well. So then I decided with that outcome to purchase another business because it just happened to present itself to me. And I did the same there. That one was in a different industry again. I had no idea of the industry, office supplies, and again built it and sold it. And that's the background for me that made me decide that marketing is definitely the way to build a business. And I went into marketing, started my own marketing business, Stickybeak Marketing.
So you are, among others, a best-selling author. Can you tell us a little bit more about your first steps?
So starting Stickybeak Marketing was a great adventure for me. And on the path there, I discovered what really now in the digital age with internet and online marketing really also boosts a business. The businesses I had before were bricks and mortar, as the terminology normally is. And I got into now the whole online internet marketing and discovered that it's such a great idea to record what you're doing well and help others in business with. So it came about that other business owners were asking me about dealing with staff. That was the very first thing that I came across because I always dealt with staff really well. I had a great team in every one of my businesses, and in the marketing business and Stickybeak Marketing, businesses working with them, they said, yes, I can do this and I can do that, but my staff isn't working with me. So I decided that, well, here's something I can go into. So I wrote a book about it, the 5 practical steps to find and keep great people. So that was the first experience for me to put into writing what I know, what worked well for me, and to have it ready for other people. And from there, I went on to write 2 other books that all became #1 bestsellers internationally. And that experience has then helped me to now have another additional part of the marketing experience for business owners, which is writing a book to use for authority. The one that is really important and that I use all the time in the marketing business is The Secret of Marketing a Business Like Yours. And that is really the foundation of my experience with marketing and building a business.
How to become best-selling author? How you did it?
How I did it, that is in the marketing part. So you need to have as the outcome in mind that you want to create your book as the tool for yourself, for your business to move yourself forward. And so you're creating a campaign around it, and there are various different ways. Obviously, you need to best seller, as it says you want to sell. So we made sure that the book was promoted across the globe, not just in one country. It's online, so it falls into the online marketing area. We made sure that it is easily accessible in each country, and for that, the best platform is to use Amazon, where I've put all my books. They're all available there, and it's available in 2 types. So you can have it as the print copy. You can order it and have it shipped to you, or you can use the digital version, which is really easy because you're getting it instantly on Amazon. And the great thing about that is you don't need to have a Kindle to read it. You can read it on any phone, tablet, or computer. Amazon has an app, and you just download it, and you can read those books instantly, anywhere.
It seems to me writing a book is only a part of becoming the best-selling author. Marketing plays an important role as well.
Yes, you definitely want to. When you think about using a book for your marketing as part of your marketing, which is what I'm proposing, that you consider what the outcome is you want to achieve. My outcome for The Secret of Marketing a Business Like Yours was to spread the message from my perspective, what goes into marketing a business like yours, and I wanted it to go globally. So with that in mind, I used an online platform. Amazon is definitely the biggest one. And I used it in 2 types, in the print version and in the digital one. And that really made the difference to get the number of sales to bring it up into the bestseller position.
How would you define the 21st century marketing, its place and role in the business?
Marketing is the engine of the business. No engine doesn't work, your car doesn't drive. And it really reaches into all areas of a business. It is not a standalone with only the creative side of it, but it also entails the research, statistics, the profits, so your monetary side. All of that is also part of marketing. The way you deliver your products or services, all goes into the area of marketing. So it really drives a business. And that is the foundation that I put together in the secret of marketing a business like yours, that you recognize that as a business owner. Take a look at all the areas in your business that are affected by how you market your business, yourself, your products and services well. And I've come up with a 5-step formula that I offer, that I share the details on in that particular book. And all of that, those 5 steps and that foundation is what I also take out there into working with clients. So when a client comes to me for one particular thing that they'd like to have a hand with, let's say they would like to upgrade a website or have a new wording for their newsletter done, whatever it is, I always look at the foundational 5 steps that I found are the things.
Are there any personal traits you need to have starting working in marketing?
Working in marketing as a marketer, you really want to be open and you want to be flexible. Things change. Foundations are the same, but things, how to create things. So you want to be open to change. You want to make sure that it is something that you embrace. Something different can happen at any point in time with online platforms, with what customers expect, with what customers say they want, but they really mean something different. So being open and flexible, that's a big thing if you want to go into marketing as a marketing person or as a business.
Okay, and where to start from? Activating marketing as your business tool, even becoming a marketer?
So when you're looking at marketing your own business, then the first thing you want to make sure is that you have a very clear idea of what you want to achieve. And it's really very simple, and it is something that you want to do in whatever you do, whether that is a new diet or achieving anything. You want to be really, really clear on what the outcome is you want to achieve. So when you're looking into history, every entrepreneur, every business owner, every large company owner started with a very clear vision of what they wanted to achieve. That gives you the drive, that gives you the energy, and it also gives you that open vision to see when something comes along that you want to jump on and take on board and go into. So having a really clear outcome in mind. That's the very first important part of marketing. When you're going into being a marketer, you want to make sure that when you want to help someone else with marketing, find out what that outcome, what that goal is that they have in mind.
As we defined the broad picture, definition, experience regarding marketing per se, we are able to go into detail and give the summary of your 5 steps as the foundation for marketing a business.
I've discovered 5 steps as a foundation for marketing a business, and I share those. And here is an example from my own business, how I handle it and the outcome that I have achieved. I had the office supplies business right here where I am come across my desk one day. It was for sale. I decided, yes, I can do that. It's a really nice, small little business, and I can see it becoming larger, becoming profitable, which it wasn't at the time, and it'll make a great saleable item. So my outcome in mind with purchasing that business was to sell it. In order to sell it, I made sure that I had a very detailed plan, a marketing plan. So I created that looking at the customers that we already had, looking how I would spur them on to purchase more, how to bring on new customers. All of that in a clear plan, because without a plan, it makes it so much harder to achieve an outcome. So I spelled out a clear plan for that business to grow it so that I would sell it. Then step 3 was creating marketing that was easy and doing a lot of that in-house with my own staff. So I was training my staff partly on the sales and customer contact, but I was also training them on marketing the business in order to bring new customers on board. And we did that in a very direct way. This is how we did it. As an office supplies business, we were dealing with other offices who needed, pens and pencil and so on. We were delivering them ourselves. Every staff member that went out there delivering would talk not only to the person that received the goods, but would also mention in passing, look, if there are other businesses that want to have some office supplies they're not getting just yet, or not getting as fast as you are, because we were doing that really fast, our deliveries, then please recommend us. That's how we built really quickly a much larger customer base. So that was making marketing easy by training your own staff to being part of your marketing as well. And then step number 4 was to creating that mix of marketing so that we're not just doing one thing. It wasn't just about getting recommendations to new customers from our existing ones, but we also created specific marketing for different customer bases that we had. We had a group of customers who were very much interested in fast delivery of their goods. That was their focus. We created, of course, messages. Then you can have it the same day as long as you order it by 10 o'clock in the morning. We had a group of customers that really wanted specialized equipment, and in that area, we promoted that online. That was an online area that really worked very well because that we could deliver nationally. And then we used into that marketing mix, we used another area where people just wanted to have the best price, which often is the case when businesses work to a budget. So for those people, we marketed specifically to buy in bulk and you get the best price. So mixing your marketing according to who your customers are and what they want, creating that marketing mix is step number 4. And step number 5 is to really be visible out there. So in addition to the customer contact we did, the online part that we did, I as the business owner also was out there visible. I went to networking events. I connected with other business owners in the area so that others would know about who we were and what we do. All in all, I created within 18 months. 18 months, that business was 3 times the size as when I purchased it, and I sold it virtually on the spot to the first buyer who came in. So you really can build your business quickly when you use that 5-step formula in the way that applies to your business.
How important learning is in everything said?
The really large component in anything you do in a business for yourself is the learning part. And it is so important, again, to be open and flexible and take on board something new. Not only looking actively, but also listening actively. In my businesses and with clients, what I find is sometimes the staff member or somebody else in the room will say something that is so important that I myself did not know. So being open to learning and constantly adapting to what the environment is bringing to you. Now, in today's world with marketing and with business, as I've mentioned, the online is a large component and things there change all the time. I think most people know about Google, and Google constantly has some really great new features. Now, you can't know all of that in detail, but it's a good idea to learn about it as much as you can. So that's that part. You also want to learn how to deal with your business and with your people in your business, because your people are also the eyes and ears of your business. So really being open in terms of learning what is ready, what is right for you and for your business. And that also includes self-development, of course. You want to stay positive and you want to stay happy. And those feelings are not necessarily brought to you by the environment, but you are the one who's putting them out there as by working and learning how you can do that. I think that's a large part as well, to be aware of that you want to learn for yourself how you deal with things and not let the outside and the environment happen to you, but you take charge of it in a way. So learning is a huge part of it. And as I said at the beginning, I went into two businesses. I had absolutely no idea about the industry. I knew nothing about gemstones. Today, I can show you the difference of a created and a natural emerald. I didn't know it then. I had no idea. So I learned within 6 months about all the different aspects of the jewelry. And the same again in the office supplies business, learning your own stock, learning what there is. I thought one pencil is the same as the other, just a different name from a different brand. But it wasn't like that. There were major differences. Some pencils were made with different types of lead. They had a different cover on the where you're holding them. And when, all these finer details, that's all part of learning. So keep learning.
What are, let's say, the ingredients you need to have for being able to learn in the business context?
When you're looking at learning new things, the first major ingredient that you need for that is to be open and actively listen to what somebody might say or to what something that's coming to you, how that fits in. It can happen that business owners in particularly get very much enclosed in their area of expertise and in their particular business. You can't take on something new and you can't learn if you're not open. You've got to openly see and hear what is there so that you can transform yourself and your business, your marketing, and your people around you. So being open is important. Also, when you're in business, persistence pays. So those two P's go together. Persistent pays. You want to be persistent. That is all about doing it again, doing it a different way, looking at it from another angle and recording and researching. As I said earlier, part of marketing is research, statistics, analytics. It is art as well, but the statistics, the persistence of finding where is the right path to achieve my higher profit margins, to get more customers. All of that is part of persisting and actually trying things from different ways. You really want to do that. And you want to stay positive. That's a big part as well. Things don't always go your way. You have the environmental factors to deal with in business. There can be things outside of your actual control. And then it is important for you to stay positive and look at where can you tap into making a difference now, even though the environment threw a totally different aspect at you.
There are so much topics we could continue talking about starting my own business and the impact, value of the marketing activities. Can we finish our conversation with naming a few most important issues?
The secret of marketing a business like yours is a great tool. It's a great first step for anyone to use to build their own business, to use and have a look at how they might want to start a business. I've gone through the various stages of starting a business. I've gone through the stage of building and then selling a business. So all of that is part of the book itself. And the book leads you to take up an offer that I have in there, which is becoming part of the Stickybeak Marketing Club. And that is a free offer, and that is a free club. So what happens is that you get the support and supported material in the marketing club so that you can action on any of the ideas and suggestions in the book.
Thank you, Sigrid, for sharing with us concrete and applicable knowledge. It was a real pleasure talking with you.
Martin, thank you so much for inviting me to giving this interview. The secret of marketing a business like yours is such an important topic, and for you and your listeners to bring that out there, that opportunity for me to share that with you and your listeners, I really appreciate that, your time in that, and you are a great interviewer. Thank you.
Thank you, Sigrid.